Well, good morning. Here we are, 5:30 in the morning. It's my first day back at work after some time off, so I'm gonna run into the city today. Probably stare at my computer for about 15 minutes before I remember what my actual job is, and then we'll get on with the day. I just fed the chickens. It's important we do that first, because if you gotta go anywhere near the chickens, you don't wanna step in poop. And if you do step into poop, you wanna trek around the yard and get it off your shoes before you head to work. But I'm gonna run over to the pig pen right now and drop them some food. It is beautiful outside today. In fact, it's like yesterday, it was like crazy windy. It was mild, it was like 0 degrees, but like a 50-mile-an-hour wind. Right now, it's like -3, but it's just calm, clear, just gorgeous, right? So I was reading on the Weather Network this morning, they were saying that we're in a La Nina year, but we're seeing more El Nino type weather, which is confusing some meteorologists. And they're saying, well, we can predict for the next 2 weeks, it's looking like it's going to be mild in the middle of January, but after that, we have no idea what's going to happen. I don't even know why they would put that article out there. I mean, they could just literally forecast something, and then when they're wrong, they would just be wrong, same as they always are. It wouldn't be a big deal. But anyways, it remains to be seen if mid-January the weather's just going to go in the toilet. So I just got done feeding pigs. I checked on the sheep, and I'm about to head into the city to go for my first day back at work after Christmas vacation. I took off, I think it was like the 19th of December, and not going back until today. So quite a big break. It was good. I mean, I got lots of stuff done, but I'm kind of concerned for projects like this that are in, that 3/4 finished state. We had lots of other projects over the course of the year that got to 3/4 finished, and then we say they're finished, but they're really not finished. And then they sit there like that for a very long time. And I get, 19th of December, it was go time, and now it's pretty much going to be no time because back to work means we're going to have other commitments. So really, how do we manage that? Well, it just means early in the evening or after Charlotte goes to bed, we have to come out and plug away at these little, even if we can spare half an hour or 45 minutes, come out and work on stuff like this. Sometimes that can be tough because that's how much time it takes to get all your tools together. And by the time you got all your stuff together, it's time to shut her down and go to bed because you got to get up for work in the morning. So these are the challenges. Well, I'm back. First day back in the salt mine wasn't too terrible. Got all the buckets ready for feed. I'm going to go feed the pigs and the chickens and the sheep here now. And that's actually what made my day miserable, is because I didn't pack a lunch. So about 2 o'clock today, I was ready to crawl down to the co-op on my hands and knees and find some Christmas cake in the discount aisle and jam that down my neck. But I stuck to the diet. I toughed it out till the end of the day. Got home, Carmen made some Brussels sprouts and some hamburger and cheesy melt, and it was pretty good. So I am sustained for another day. Oh, speaking of sustenance, I just went over and fed the sheep. I give them a little bit of hay, followed by some grain. I always want to give them the hay first. That way they get something in their stomach before they get that hot grain in there. Quite often it can cause a bit of bloat if they just have grain in their stomach. So a little bit of hay helps to balance everything out. The other thing, I was watching the news today, and I've heard that the UK has gone into a full national lockdown. Sounds like for a month, maybe 6 weeks. I'm not sure. But amid a whole new coronavirus scare that's gone on there. So they have a mutant strain that's kind of wreaked havoc and pushed the healthcare system to its absolute limits. So that's pretty scary stuff. As you guys know, for those of you that watched for a while, that's where I'm from. We got lots of family and friends there. So if you're watching this in the UK, friends, family, neighbors, whatnot, we're thinking of you. Hopefully you're able to stay safe, and hopefully you got enough supplies to last yourself for 6 weeks, because I think you'd be running out of more than just toilet paper. There's actually a guy I went to school with, Mark Wilson Mayer. He does weekly bakes, and he's very talented at baking. And I kind of look forward to seeing what he's working on, like some type of tiramisu or chocolate finger cake or whatever. I don't know what they're all called. He's got lots of different stuff out there. It's pretty impressive to see what he does anyways every week. And so I was asking him today, like, what does the lockdown mean? Like, are you still going to be able to get everything you need for your weekly bakes? But he reassured me that was part of the essential shopping. So that's good news. Hopefully everybody's able to still get what they need to eat and whatnot during the course of the next 6 weeks. So speaking of what folks are going to eat for the next 6 weeks, we're probably going to be heavy duty into the eggs for a while. So I'm just running a pail of grain out to the chicken house. We got both their feeder and their water outside right now. Got their feeder kind of tucked underneath a little, actually it was a little pig shelter I built for when they were in the garden over the summer. And it works out a pretty slick place to just tuck the feeder under in the wintertime. It doesn't get snow in it. And there's just a little less stress in the coop having the feed outside. And it gets those reluctant birds that maybe are a little less inclined to get out and get some sunshine. Gets them out of the house for a while. I actually get quite a few folks asking how the no freeze water is working since we put it outside, and it is actually working fantastic, but it's maybe not a fair test because we have had some really mild weather. We had a couple of days where it was minus 10, 11, 12-ish, which isn't super cold by any means for here. That's, I mean, wait till it's minus 30. And I know this thing's probably not gonna sustain minus 30. We're gonna have to put it inside just because that is so brutally cold. But I also had some folks ask, well, why do we even have to water them at all? Will they not just eat snow? If you've ever kept chickens and you have snow on your boots and you walk in the chicken house, you'll know they'll just go wild for snow. I don't know what it is. But to answer the question, can they survive on snow alone? Yes, they can. Can they thrive on snow alone? No, they can't. So what do I mean by survive and not thrive? Well, I mean, if you look at any of the birds in the wild, they survive quite well all winter long without open water. Those that aren't migratory, of course, I'm talking about the crows, the pigeons, the magpies, all the stuff that, you know, is kind of a pain in the butt and hangs around all winter long. But those are also bird species that don't have to lay, you know, 180 eggs over the course of 6 months when things are frozen up here. So, and an egg is, there's a huge portion of an egg that's water, right? So if you want to keep your girls producing, they're going to need fresh water all the time. So there's no freeze chicken water. It's just a standard chicken water with some heat trace and some insulation wrapped around it. It holds, I think, 3-4 gallons, something like that. Probably 4 gallons. And that lasts them for 2 days, and then it's time to fill it up again. Well, everybody's all fed up and watered. All I got left to do is run over to the chicken house and grab the eggs. And that'll be me. I'll be going for a cup of tea. Let me tell you, I think coming out here twice a day and feeding them pigs morning and night at the crack of dawn and well into dark. Those pigs are getting close to the endangered species list. I'm thinking they've got maybe 3 more weeks probably, and then it's going to be peanut butter bacon time. But for now, it's tea time. So I'm going to let you go for now. I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.